It's time for you. It's time for me to change. The world is changing now. Won't you change and open your heart? Open your heart. Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're answering your questions, and we sure want to hear from you. Tonight's the night that we're going to roll back time. I hear that song in my head, if I could turn back time. But we're not going in that direction. We're going in the direction of God's time. How many things in your life have you been waiting for that haven't come to pass? How many times have you felt that your prayers have gone unanswered? There's a certain rhythm to the universe that we, all of us, tend to neglect. Because in the land of manifestation, we put out the signal. We say, this is what I desire. Because we are in a society that has some instantaneous results, we believe that we need to have things quickly. We need to advance quickly. We want our food quickly. Everything's on the go, go, go. God's time doesn't work that way, especially when it's something that's destined. You see, we can push things to happen in the human world. We all want what we want. And I'm sure all of us have kind of pushed to make something happen. Maybe you wanted to move, but you really couldn't afford the house. But you pushed to make it happen, and you made it. But it ended up being a struggle. Maybe you had a problem supporting the house and you had to sell, or maybe you lost the house. Or maybe the first 10 years of having that house was just so difficult to pay the bills. Maybe you wanted a relationship. All my friends have a relationship. I want a relationship too. It's my time to have a relationship. So you take a relationship with someone that you're not really convinced is, well, let's use the word, your person. But you move on into this relationship because you want a relationship. I don't want to be alone anymore. Well, this person seems nice. And you attract this person into your life and you kind of force to make it happen. How happy are you? Where does it leave you wanting more? And in the relationship, what is it blocking for the future? So many people have pushed themselves into a story that really isn't God's story. But we wanted what we wanted, and it kind of looked like we wanted. And we definitely went 3/4 of the way to make it happen. And the rest presented itself, right? And maybe wounds attracted wounds. And we connected. And here we are. Or we looked to the left and to the right, and other people were accomplishing and had homes and new cars. So we felt, I'm going to do it too. And it isn't that you couldn't do it, but you did it in a way that was in a hurry. Maybe you want a break. You want to take a vacation. Can't really afford to take a vacation. But you take a vacation, and when you return, all these things go wrong. You need a new air conditioner, or there's a problem with your car, or there's an assessment on your condo. Maybe one of your children joins an athletic group, and now we need $1,000 for everything necessary for the season. Gosh, we wish we didn't take the vacation. But everything that you want, your vacation, your loving moments with a partner, maybe a new car, a new home, an upgrade to something you have, a new job, your own business, all those things are there for you. I know they're not there fast enough. But every day I hear stories of people waiting for God to answer their prayer. And I say it's coming. And then there's that proverbial question. But when, Sarah? When? And for some of us, that but when is almost a desperate cry. When? God, why have you forsaken me? Why does it appear that everyone else is? Stories are unfolding to this happily ever after, and I'm just sitting on the corner watching the crowds go by. Sometimes that's how we feel as a human. But God has a very specific story for all of us. I'm reminded of someone who was sharing with me how their life had changed from when we had first had a reading. They had wanted a type of work in television, and they really wanted to be a part of something happening in television. And they were almost there. And then something took it away. They were right there. And they didn't have the opportunity to live the dream the way they had envisioned. And they had spent a lot of energy, a lot of time, a lot of prayers, a lot of connections, a lot of networking, trying to get there. And when they were just there, bam, something happened and took it all away. And that's when they were able to take a step back and say, I think God's got another plan for me. Maybe there's a better way to be a part of the industry, but maybe not just in the way I desire. And that person right now is on their way to greatness. And I know that God always has a plan for us. We just don't always get all the inside information. And you would say, well, why is that? Because it would not teach you and help you build the character necessary for you to sustain and maintain the desired outcome once you get there. Accomplishing big goals, big dreams, especially a dream that is rooted in your soul, especially an outcome that is destined, these things don't come easily. They come steady and slow, and often they test you. They test you in ways you didn't know possible. They test you in your character. Are you willing to stay the course? Or are you going to push and go 3/4 of the way and make something happen and take yourself off the track? God will put you back on track, but are you going to stay the course? Do you find yourself giving up hope, getting sad and down and lonely, robbing yourself of the joy of the moments that you do have on the journey? Do you find yourself making little deals behind closed doors to try to speed it up? God, if you just do this, I promise. God is not doing something that isn't already written for you. It's not always this free-flowing journey that is resistance-free. It's not always that way. The story is written in a way that is the best version of the outcome. The highest level, the highest frequency, the highest patterning with the right people at the right moment. It's not like that. It has a rhythm to it. And from the moment you were born, you were destined for your destiny. You were destined to meet the people that you meet. Every person comes into your life for a reason. Every story has many chapters. It takes a while to get to that ultimate outcome. And since we have a journey of life here that expands and extends many, many years, it's not going to all come in all at once. Good goodness, you'd be bored by the end. The universe has got to keep you on your toes. The universe always has you growing, expanding, looking down deep within and asking yourself the question, where do I need to heal? And where am I not connected? You see, the more connected you are and stay with the intention and attention that the outcome is already done. So that remains out there somewhere. And you stay focused in the moment of now, and you stay true to yourself, knowing out there the outcome is being prepared, more blessings come. Life becomes easier. It's when we are holding on so tight and we say, when is it going to happen? When is that person going to come? I'm this age. The clock is ticking. I want to have children. And we go through all the reasons why it has to happen now. Not every story is the same. Your story may not be just like, well, everyone else's. Some cookie cutter, this is what everybody does. We graduate school, we meet someone, we get married, we have children, we buy a house. That's not everybody's story. It sounds good, and for some people it is the perfect story. For others, you're here to shake things up. You're here to be a way shower, a light keeper. You're here to kind of change things up for everyone around you, to break the mold and heal yourself and find who you are. Everyone has a purpose. And God's time comes in a harmonious time, orchestrating that best outcome that really brings forth the best in the person or the story, the best that's meant to be. And sometimes you're not the issue. You're not the reason why it's not coming. It's the other part of the story. Something's getting ready. It's timing. Even the planets have to align to make something happen. So many of us have opportunities to shift and change every year. Every year we get another year around the sun. And when we make these shifts and changes and adjustments, we are always experiencing new things. Some years are years of career and advancement. Some are personal growth. Some are connecting with new souls and new people and networking. Other years are to wrap things up and toss old energies away and literally clean house and move on to the next chapter. And all these years are preparatory for the ultimate version of where you are to live, the best part of your story. Remember, the best is yet to come. There's always something greater and better. And so whatever's feeling elusive at this time, whatever makes you go down to the divine and say, listen, I need help. I want what I want now. And why isn't it coming? And because I don't have it, we always think in the absence of something. Because I don't have, I'm not feeling good or happy. Arriving there does not necessarily guarantee happiness if you haven't done the work along the way. Happiness is an inside job that's a choice. We have to be choosing to be happy in the moments that we have and be fully present and not distracted by all the outside stimuli that often is just a projection of what we think life is, be it on the news or television. Whatever is there, we can't get distracted by it. There's so many things we can learn from. Television media being one of them. After all, I'm on radio. But there's an opportunity for you to really look down deep and ask yourself if you're fully present. Because this moment of now is all you have. Tomorrow, you're creating by living fully and contently in this moment. There's a harmony, there's a joy, there's a happiness that should be found in every moment. Even if life seems to have you a little sideways, there may be some things going on. There may be a problem that is cropped up, but you have the skills to navigate it. There's an answer to the story. You just have to look down deep. You have to create the power for yourself. Now, everyone is waiting for something somewhere along the way. It's how we wait. It's how we choose to live that really determines how grand the outcome becomes. And God's time is not man's time. And God is not a God that's going to jump in and do what you want because you want it now. You'll make it happen because, well, we're human. We make things happen. But in God's time, the miraculous version of the story is beyond your human capacity to imagine. There's a version that lines up so perfectly. I love the stories of when people finally get to where they want and they say to me, I thought I had what I wanted, and then I thought I had it again, and then all along I kept thinking this is it, until something drastic changed and life sent me spinning. And then when I stopped spinning, right there before me was everything that I thought God had forgotten, that I thought would never be in its fullest capacity. There it was. Think how powerful a feeling that could be. And no matter where you are, if you are satisfied, dissatisfied, be in the moment of the blessing that you have come and gone as far as you have. And there is more to come for you. And whatever you wish to recalculate and redesign, don't just do it. Sit. Be still with it. Ask yourself, what does it look like in a better version, and how can I get there? How can I find myself, the soul of me, and express that in my full divinity, and not be so driven by what I need, what I want, the outside world stimuli? How can I be content within myself? I always look back. I scan my life often. And when I look back from where I've been to where I am now, never would I ever imagine that this would be my story. And I, like the story I told in the beginning of this monologue, I had a different version of what my life would be if I pursued theater and acting and musical theater and comedy and all the ways that I wish to express myself. I had a different plan. But I also had a vision that I was going to be true to myself. So as I navigated the show business world, I realized that there were certain things that were important to me. And that if it required me to be a certain way, that I would choose to stay true to myself. And I believe it's staying true to myself, the truth that I found within myself, that thou shalt not cross line within me, that said, well, what you're offering is great, but we're not going to cross that line. It was that line that taught me my own character, that showed me that I knew who I was, and that opened my heart for a deeper expression of all the things that I loved. The communication, the music, the comedy, the theater, the connection with people, the electricity of an audience, all of these things, these experiences that I to the outside world, looked as if I left behind, at least in a major fashion. I still kept my toe in the water. Most people didn't understand. Why would you put a line there and walk away? Because somewhere inside of me, I knew God, the universe, my angels. They had a different plan. And I can assure you that when I was in that world of theater and my New York City days, I did not have my thoughts on, I wonder what God's plan is for me. My mind didn't even go there. But my soul was already there. And I was wise enough that when someone said, we're going to cross this line, and I said, oh, no, we're not. We're not going to cross the line and take me down a path where I lose me, the me that I feel I've come to be. And so I journeyed life, and then life, when I least expected it, brought me to you, to all of you on a radio show, 14 years ago, giving us all the opportunity to share our love and our light, and to use all of our gifts and blend them all together so that we can transmit a frequency of vibration that says to the world, be patient. The divine is working. The universe has your back. And no, things may not always be in your time. But when we look at God's time, everything is possible. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to go to our phone lines. We're going to answer your questions right here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at 866-972-7247. We're also going to pop in on Facebook and our friends on YouTube. We're going to explore your questions too. So stay with us, everyone. Don't go away. We'll be right back. Where to go? The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WWNN Pompano Beach, WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robe Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. Your home for the true oldies channel.
Chowderheads in Jupiter? If you're looking for the best seafood flown in fresh from Boston, then you have to try Chowderheads. They have daily summer specials too. Monday is all-you-can-eat mussels with 2 sides for only $22.95. And then Lobster Taco Tuesday for $15.95. Wednesday is Buck-a-Shuck Blue Point oysters and 50% off all wine bottles. On Thursday, enjoy decadent lobster mac and cheese and a side for $24.95. Chowderheads is open 7 days a week and located in the Driftwood Plaza on South US Highway 1 in Jupiter. For reservations or to go, call 561-203-2903. Check out their menu at chowderheadsusa.com.
Back by popular demand. Direct from Las Vegas. Oh, what a night. 4 exciting entertainers performing live that feel-good music you grew up with. Oh, what a night. An incredible tribute to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. Oh, what a night. Sunday, October 22nd, 2 p.m. at the Parker in Fort Lauderdale. Get your tickets now.
Blue Star medicated ointment gets 5-star reviews from our loyal users for fast relief of the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
Blue Star soothes insect bites and fungal infections.
It really works on the summer rashes I get every year.
I had psoriasis on my elbows. Blue Star worked wonders.
Amazing stuff. Smear a bit on and the itch is gone.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
And now another Community First message from Robes.
When an auto accident occurs, stop immediately. Do not obstruct traffic and secure your valuables. Obtain the names, phone numbers, and addresses of the other driver and any witnesses. Call 911 and report the accident. Injured recently? Contact Robes Injury Law at 561-570-5700 or robeslawgroup.com. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Hi, True Oldies listeners. Jupiter Joe here. Ask yourself, do I have a guaranteed retirement plan, or do I have a plan with no control of my money? Let me let you know how our retirement plans work. They are guaranteed never to lose money, guaranteed to earn interest, and protected from stock market losses. If you want your retirement plan to work like this, go to jupiterjoe.com or give me a call at 561-743-0999. Again, jupiterjoe.com or 561-743-0999.
Hi, it's Scott Simmons from Florida Weekly. Sea turtle hatchlings are cute, and this may be a banner year for nesting numbers. Lighthouse Arts Center looks at Florida through the eyes of local artists. Dirks Bentley talks country music, and wait until you see the treasure I pulled from the trash. It's in my antiques column. Read these and other stories in Florida Weekly. Available throughout Palm Beach County. Available online at floridaweekly.com.
Join us for Moments of Scripture, hosted by Jan Coleman every Sunday morning from 6 to 6:30 a.m. We will read the Bible, pray, and offer blessings to all who listen in the name of our Lord and Savior. Moments of Scripture every Sunday at 6 a.m.
Do you have heart failure and often hear,
"Those stomach issues ruined your birthday"?
"You're too tired to play catch, Grandpa."
Sweetie, you haven't touched your tools since the carpal tunnel syndrome diagnosis.
If these seemingly unrelated symptoms sound familiar, talk to your cardiologist and ask about transthyretin amyloid cardiomyopathy, or ATTR-CM, a rare and underdiagnosed disease that gets worse over time. Learn more at connecttoyourheart.com. That's connecttoyourheart.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Hey, you know what I don't get? Why is that company always telling you to just do what? What is it? To just look like everybody else? Or maybe just pay way too much for your shoes? Well, at Skechers, we know what we want you to do. Just slip in. That's right, just slip in to new hands-free Skechers slip-ins. Why? Because slip-ins are the easiest, most comfortable shoes ever. You don't have to bend down to put them on. You don't even have to touch them. Find slip-ins for the whole family at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
And now another Community First message from Robes.
When an auto accident occurs, stop immediately. Do not obstruct traffic and secure your valuables. Obtain the names, phone numbers, and addresses of the other driver and any witnesses. Call 911 and report the accident. Injured recently? Contact Robes Injury Law at 561-570-5700 or robeslawgroup.com. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual.
Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next 2 hours of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussions to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another 2 hours to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. We have to listen to our heart, the ways that worked before, they don't work. Yes, indeed. We are back here live on VCMG and Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. And you're listening to us on the oldie stations of 95.3, 95.9, 1470 AM, 96.9, 106.9, and 103.1 HD3. We're so glad to have you joining us here every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. And we're going to go to our phone lines in just a moment. But I've got some announcements to make. We've got some interesting things coming up as we launch our school summer specials that are coming in the month of August. So let's take a look and see what we've got coming up. We've got this fabulous class on August 1st, and this is to tap into your inner knowing. It's how to make that connection and really know that you are tuning into the divine, listening to that inner GPS, and having that guidance that we seek. That class is Tuesday, August 1st at 7:30 p.m., and it is available at the center in West Palm Beach as well as online for those of you who are not local. So be sure to visit sarahspiritual.com. The cost of that class is only $14. And then the following week, we've got another class, and we're tuning in and tapping in as we change the slides. We're going to go to our next class, and as we move into that direction, we've got this powerful class that's going to open you up to understanding and I'm waiting for them to pull the slide, there you go, working with the pendulum, and that is on August 8th. And that is only $14, available online and at the class, live at the center. So we look forward to helping you work with the pendulum. Pendulum has the power to heal, transform, to give you messages. So we're going to be talking about that. And then our next class, That is going to be the following week, and that is the magic of candles and prayers. How to light a candle, how to make a petition, a prayer to the heavens, and really light unto your path. That class is also on a Tuesday night, August 15th, and that class as well is $14. It is available in the center live as well as online. Now, every Tuesday night, if you check my website at sarahspiritual.com, we've got summer school in session carrying us over into the month of September. So go check out the rest of our classes. And I have a very special guest coming to the center August 4th and 5th. This is our fabulous crystal healing bed with Calvin Cates. Calvin is trained to work with the crystal healing bed, tap into the energy of the Casa Dom Ignacio in Brazil, a healing center, and he's going to tune in and remove any energies that are out of place, work on you physically and emotionally and spiritually, and that is available at our center. You can call and make a reservation. Again, it's Calvin Cates Crystal Healing Bed, August 4th and 5th. We have him regularly, and this is his first time back since the beginning of the summer, so we're looking forward to hosting Calvin Cates. So we're going to go to our phone lines, and I've got to go to Alyssa. Alyssa is in Illinois. Alyssa, how are you?
Hi, Sarah.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Now, I understand there's been a lot of changes in your life, yes?
Oh, yes. Me
Yes.
and my long-term boyfriend broke up.
Yes. But we made a move, yes?
Yes.
And now he's
back
made a
home with
move.
Mom.
Yep, and he made a move too, correct?
The girl that he ended up cheating with on me with, he's now with, and that's one of my questions. I was wondering if they last.
Well, the relationship is a relationship that is a temporary relationship. How long they last, we're not privy to say, and that's not our business to put our energy on that relationship. But it's for you to focus on what is it that you want and how do you want your life to be. And if you remember, for a while there, he was trying to keep you separate from him, right? So that he could have the best of both worlds. And that was the time where he was trying to decide what he was going to do. And now your hand has been forced, but now you have an opportunity to create a new life for yourself. Alyssa, when people show you this, it's for you to really just tap into the energy of honoring yourself, loving yourself, and creating the best possible outcome for yourself. All right, my dear?
So I have a
Yes.
question.
Yes.
So we're going to court. Do you see me getting like full custody? Do you see me winning? Like, what do you see? Do you see me? I don't know. Like,
Well, we're
I don't
going to
know.
have
He's trying to get full custody.
Okay, he's not going to get full custody. That's not happening. That's not the outcome of that
And he's
story.
been abusive.
That's not the outcome of the story. So whatever's brought that about, my guides say you ask the question. There's no full custody for him.
Okay.
All right. And
Like, I have an order of protection against him.
right. But he's not getting full custody. And you may not get full custody either. He may have to prove himself, and he is still entitled to his visitation because you may have an order of protection, but he's caused no harm to your little one. So,
Yes, he has.
well, you have to prove that in court.
Okay.
Okay?
And that's what I'm nervous for, is that I don't trust him by himself with him.
Okay. But all of that has to be documented. I'm not a lawyer. I can't give legal advice. But I will tell you that there's going to be evaluations and things that are going to help determine what's best for your little one.
Okay.
All right?
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, honey. We deeply regret that you're going through such a tumultuous time. But remember, this is going to bring forth a lot of results that will help you navigate your own personal emotions, guide you in a way that you are able to transform yourself for your highest good, give you the opportunity to find new love and a new path. All right. Thank you so much, honey. God bless you. Bye for now.
Thank you, Sarah. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to the phone lines. And I've got to go to Carmen. And Carmen is in Boca. Carmen, how are you? How are you doing, Carmen?
Sarah, how are you?
I'm great, thank you.
Fantastic. Awesome.
What is the questioning for us tonight?
My question is, I feel great about everything, by the way, but I wanted to know what you can tell me concerning a complex legal matter. I'm in the process of hiring a really creme de la creme firm.
Mm-hmm.
And based on what I've been told is there's always an avenue for success. But I want to know, what is Spirit telling you concerning this matter? Because I've been talking to you about this for 2 years.
Right.
Like, is this the right attorney, right firm? Did I miss anything? Or is there something else that I should be doing? What kind of feedback could you give me, please?
So the guidance here is this is the year to broaden your expression of truth in this matter, to iron out the details with your lawyer so that they are clear and where the truth and the illusion lie, so that they can cite the legalities to win the case. When you told me you hired a lawyer, my guide said, and they can go for the jugular. They are pretty cutthroat when they need to be. This is someone that you need right now. We need someone who's going to fight for you. This has dragged on way too long. It has been exhausting. It has drained you of your energy, robbed you of your joy, and it's something that has to come to resolution. Now I'm going to take you back. When I take you back, I have to bring you back into the energy. I have to go back to 2014 into 2015. The changes and the transformations that you were going through then are a significant part of the choices you made that led you to where you are now. My guides make me aware that next year, when we close out the chapter, this is resolved. I do believe there's a favorable result. So it is to hold the vision of divine truth, divine justice, not man's justice, divine justice. And to realize that the authority of the divine is the only energy that acts in and around everything that you and your lawyers do, and we're just seeking truth and justice. The favorable outcome that causes no harm to another. You see, on the flip side, there's harm that is desired to be caused to you. This is not what's written in the stars. So hold the vision. Hold the vision, my dear, because everything comes together in its perfect time. All right?
Wow. Yeah, love it.
Good.
But I feel really good about this. I'll keep you posted, and I already booked my mid-year with you. So I look forward to seeing you.
I look forward to connecting for that reading. We'll get into specificity there. You know, on air, it's always got to be a little careful what we say.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, honey, for following up with us. All right. Bye for now.
Sure, and I love that thing. Great subject. Bye.
Thank you. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We're opening up some more phone lines, and we're dropping the questions in the comments in the feed on Facebook and YouTube, and we're going to get to you to answer your questions. But for this minute, we're going to take a moment to hear from our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? Did you call me with your song? Because you know that you know me. And we are back here live on VCMG, listening to us on the oldie station. You're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah right here at 866-972-7247. That's the number to call to tune into us and have your questions answered live on the air. We're opening up more phone lines here, and I'm going to go to Pembroke Pines. I've got Denise on the line. Denise, how are you tonight? Good to have you, Denise.
What?
Good to have you here, Denise.
You hear me?
We hear you, Denise.
Yes. Oh, okay. Perfect.
Go right ahead, Denise. What is your question?
I have a client who hasn't paid their bill. I'm wondering if I'm going to get stuck with this.
Organization? Individual client? Which?
Individual.
Okay.
I think he has the intention to pay.
There's a delay.
But
Denise?
a delay.
There's a delay.
Yes.
Okay. There's a delay. Okay. And there is a delay in what they have to be able to give to you. So there's some snafu and something going on with them, and that is slowing up their ability to pay you. It is not their intention to not pay. It is their intention to pay.
Okay.
So it is not for you to worry about this.
Okay. Okay, good. And I have one other question for you,
Yes.
Sarah, and it's the last time I'm going to ask you, but
Okay,
by
bear
chance,
with
do you
me
see
one
a baby in
second.
the forecast?
I have more information on this. Gentlemen, please. They're giving me the number 3. Makes me feel like it's going to be about 3 weeks, and things should be resolved with this.
Okay.
All right? So they just want you to kind of put
Okay,
it on the
yeah.
side. Just let it go. And so the question is about a baby?
Okay.
I know you're not having a baby, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So what's the question?
No, I'm not. I'm looking to see if Michelle, I know she was trying again, and her birthday is 8/11/78.
There is another soul there for her, so there is still another baby that is in the realm of possibility for her. I feel as if she's having trouble having the pregnancy stick, is what they tell me. Is she on anything to facilitate the pregnancy, any hormones, anything along those lines, please?
Yes.
Okay. So I am not a doctor, but the way my spirit guides make me feel, maybe they have to revisit some of the levels or something that they're doing. It doesn't hurt for her to ask and have another conversation with the doctor so that she can have herself a pregnancy that stays, and she can have herself a healthy baby. All right, my dear?
Okay.
All right,
All right.
perfect. Thank you so
Perfect.
much.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Denise. All right, bye for now. We're
Okay,
welcoming your
bye-bye.
calls here on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to the phone lines before we go to Facebook. So line up your questions on Facebook and on YouTube. We'll be pulling them in just a minute. But for this minute, we've got to go to Sharon. And Sharon is in New York. Sharon, how are you tonight?
I'm doing
Good to have you.
Oh, I'm doing okay, Sarah. It's just that I just feel like lost. I don't know.
Okay,
I just
Sharon.
feel like I don't know.
Sharon, there's a desire for you to make a move. I feel like you also been feeling stuck at this time as well, yes?
Yeah, there's just so much going on. Yeah.
Now, they are talking to me about some redesign for work as well. Are we looking to change something in our work or work from a different location?
No.
Are we looking to move closer to work?
No.
Interesting. I see movement around there. I see a move.
No. I'm not looking for to make any move.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Okay. Well, you know, sometimes we see things that we may not be looking for. You understand what I'm saying? And things come about.
Right.
All right? So I see energy of change, energy of move. My guides are still saying it, so I want you to trust that whatever falls into place is going to be for your greater, your highest good. But in the questioning of feeling lost and you're feeling unsupported, what is the underlying question with that, please? Because that question just leaves us for so many ways we can go, and I want to know what the actual question is, please.
I don't even know. It's just like, it's just like, I don't know. It's just like, where is like my life going? Like, where am I going? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's my future? What does my future look like?
Well, Sharon, when I look at this next 4 months, there is a level of stagnation, and that's that frustration that you're feeling. Nothing really looks like it's changing, and nothing's changing. But when I take you into the beginning of next year, I see movement. I see change. I see growth. I see personal growth. I feel that you feel more supported by people around you. And they also make me feel like you've been working on your health as well. Is that true?
No, not really.
There's a health?
I've been doing fine. A health issue? No, I don't have any health issue.
You've
Not
been
really.
working on your health, meaning that you've been maintaining your health, doing things to support
Oh
your
yes,
health.
I'm eating right. Of course, I'm
Yes,
eating
okay.
right and doing the right
Yes.
thing. Absolutely.
Yes. So they tell me
Absolutely.
you've been working on your health, right? The maintaining of your health, the building of your health. This is how they
Yes.
express it to me. And so this
Yes.
is something that is a foundation for you. But when I move you into next year, I need for you to be ready to make changes, because we can't keep doing the same thing and
Okay.
expect a different result. We are surrounded by a circle of people that are not really supporting you. There is time for change coming for you, and be open for that. Be open for
Okay,
that. All
Thank
right?
you so much, Sarah.
All right. All right. Good to hear from you again, Sharon. Keep us posted. All right. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you
Bye.
so much. Bye-bye.
Bye. 866-972-7247. We are going to go back to the phone lines, and I've got to go to Durling, and Durling is in New Jersey. Durling, how are you tonight?
Hey, Sarah, how's it going?
I'm doing well, Durling. Good to make a connection with you.
Yeah, good to hear you again. I just have a couple of questions.
Yes.
One of them being, I'm looking for like a day job, and I've been looking for the last 2, 3 months, and I haven't got any luck finding a job. So I
September
was
brings work for
wondering,
you. September brings work. It'll bring you
September,
work.
okay.
September, yes. And are you in the States right now?
Yes, I am.
Okay. This is also better for you as well. You needed to make that change.
Yes. Yes, I moved back to the States about 3 months ago as well.
Perfect.
And I'm living with my family, but I'm looking for that job so I can, move on my own and start over.
And you will. Remember, God's time, not your time. And when I find the opportunity before you, it presents itself as a solid, steady job. So we need for that to line up perfectly so that you can have that new job. And this is your nesting time, your time to get yourself connected. Your angels and your guides have led you here to the States so that you can have the security that you need and the success. And there's a lot of the work that you did where you lived before that you'll have a chance to revisit. Will you ever be an entrepreneur again? Yes, that is there for you. But we need to reinvent you, redesign your vision of yourself. And when we look at the energy of where you are, this is all about you stepping out of the box and breaking out of this routine that you had yourself in. And you were really a victim of circumstances for a very long time. And some of the story may have been through some free will choices, but once you got caught in a cycle of circumstances, no matter what you did, Durling, you couldn't take yourself out. And now it's time for you to remove yourself from that mentality and begin to manifest in the energy of you can and will have all that you desire, and you're capable of anything that you want. You need to reprogram your mind to attract a different outcome. And now it's for you to be still and be very intentional with your actions. Your actions are very important right now. They will create a vibration out into the universe that will mirror back into the perfect job opportunity, the perfect place to live. It is the remake of you. And when I spin you into 2025, I know I'm skipping 2024, but that is a year of great financial success. And so 18 months from now, you can feel like you're sitting in a better way financially. You will have a solid career. You will have started a new rhythm of life. And you will feel capable of sustaining yourself, which I understand that the struggle has been real for all these years. But look how far you've come.
Yes.
Look how far you've come. Your secondary question for me, Durling, what is that?
It's in relation to that. So what do I do in the meantime? Because I find myself getting mad and frustrated. Like when I wake up, set my intention, and for the most part, it goes as planned. But then, um, a lot of bad things start happening, and then I get frustrated, I get mad. So I was wondering what
Understood.
can I do maybe to have a better outcome or not get as mad as often.
So great line of questioning,
It's
and we
more like
appreciate it.
frustration.
Hmm. Well, it goes back to we want what we want, and you feel like you've gone through enough, and it's not changing fast enough. So the minute you set your intention, it's almost as if intentionally all the other things show up, all the wrong opportunities, all the frustrations with people. There's clashes of energy. So to step into the energy of the power of your presence, your I am presence, and every time you're faced with a situation or something that brings you frustration, it's for you to say, I am the conquering power of the divine. Therefore, I have the conquering power over my thoughts and my emotions. And in this moment of now, I choose to look at this from a peaceful perspective. I choose to not allow this to disrupt my emotional well-being. I am the governing force in and around all of my thoughts and my emotions. Therefore, I am at peace. I am one with the divine. And in the energy that I create with the divine, I am creating the perfect outcome. And when something presents itself that is less than perfect, I say to it, oh no, not now, not here. You fooled me before. Get behind me. I am divine, and I have the authority of the acting presence of the divine moving forward, so nothing can slow me down. And then you go about your business. By saying something like that you can, of course, transcribe from YouTube or Facebook and begin to incorporate it as your mantra when faced with frustrations and things not moving quickly enough, you will find that things will begin to soften. And as they soften, they will begin to bother you less. And even if something crops up, it'll be like a minor distraction and will not have the impact. Because every time you allow yourself to feel the frustration, you unplug yourself, and then you say, why am I not feeling the current of the universe? Why am I not having the electric charge that I desire? Because you are literally unplugging yourself every time you allow the emotions to get astray and unraveled. And I know you know that, and that's why you're asking the question. And I can tell you, darling, that that is more than half the battle. The fact that you know to ask the question means that you're almost in control of the thoughts and the emotions. And you are settling into a new environment, and people are used to seeing you in a particular way, and you're living under other people's rules and stories, so it is not quite the freedom that you're used to. But this is a time to build character. This is a time to find your humility. This is a time for you to surrender, to go within, to allow God and your angels to open up the doors. Archangel Michael, angel of protection, very much with you. I hear the realm of the angels because as you were talking to me, I heard this highest frequency pitch right in my head. I could feel them and see them around me. You're surrounded by the angels. So they are moving expeditiously to place you on track. Do not create resistance. Be still when you are uncertain as to what to do. Trust that the door will open at the perfect time and that you are exactly where you need to be for this moment. And then you will reinvent yourself and move on. And you'll have the fullness of life beyond what you've had before. And you will finally have that fulfilled feeling because you will have attracted the highest version of all the desires that you have ever had. I trust I've been of
Thank you so
service
much.
to you, darling. I appreciate you, and thank you for remembering us, and welcome back to the USA. We greatly appreciate you. Bye for now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then when we come back, we're going to visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube, and of course, come back to our phone lines. So if you're cruising down the highway and you're listening to this show and you say, I've got a question, pick up the phone, give us a call on Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. Stay with us. We'll be right back. Do you know me? Do I know you? Have we met before? I've been standing in the room before I walk through the door.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAHS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Have you heard me? Have you seen me? Do you know my voice? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah all across the nation at 866-972-7247. And we're answering your questions. We're going to visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. I've just been chatting here a little bit in the feed. Let's see what our questions are for us right here live on Facebook and YouTube. We'll see what we have here in the questioning. Let's see who we've got. We've got a YouTube question from Caitlin, and Caitlin says, "Hey Sarah, do I see a positive change happening for her anytime soon?" So Caitlin, this is the year of things lining up that match your destiny, and everything happens for a reason, and you would be a perfect example of God's time. Not always man's time, but God's time when the changes come. But when the change comes, it will be precise, it will be direct, it will be a change that lines up with the perfect outcome, even though at this moment, from where you sit, Caitlin, you are uncertain as to how we get there. But I do know that the universe has your back, and this year of transformation, as we really step into your soul's journey around the time of your birthday, really opens up all the soul alignments necessary to make the change. And you should be receiving some favorable news from your workplace. So whatever's been going on, a little bit of drama that I see, know that that's going to shift and change, and maybe, just maybe, there may be a opportunity for you to promote yourself in spite of everything that's going on. So keep doing a good job, Caitlin. I know that the right people are watching. It's just a matter of time. So thank you so much for your YouTube question. We greatly appreciate your following the show. We're going to take another question here on Facebook and YouTube, and let's see who we've got here on our screen. We got Joe Thorne. Joe Thorne, we wish you a very happy birthday to you. It is Joe's birthday tomorrow, so we're really glad to have Joe's birthday. And this really is a deep exploration of self. It is really coming to the understanding of the reason that Joe has come to the earth, and really embracing that unique quality of love and gifts that you bring to others. And it is also a time for you to evaluate the home, how the house is, rearranging things, kind of recreating a different look. It's sprucing things up for you in life. This year brings you recognition and connection with people. Do not be afraid to put yourself out there, because this is the year that you have deep recognition from others for what you bring to the story of life, and open up your heart to allow just the right people in your circle. It is going to be a powerful year this birthday year, so we're glad you had another trip around the sun. We're looking forward to seeing the fun that this new trip brings for you, Joe. Thanks so much, and happy birthday. We're going to take another question from our friends on Facebook and YouTube before we pop back to our phone lines. Let's see who we have here. Jenny Lynn Berkeley. She's like, "Hey, Sarah, just wondering, what do I see happening in the next couple of months? And what does Spirit has to say to me, please?" Well, Jenny Lynn Berkeley, this is really the time for you to evaluate the order and the balance with which you live your life. Emotionally, you're seeming a little out of balance. It feels as if the dreams, the desires that you've put out into play, they're not being met just yet. But it is coming, Jenny Lynn. So I want you to really be open for a new version of a story. The new version of the story is when you take your power back and you stand up for who you are and your truth. And I see that your angels and guides, the way they're with you, or they're showing you signs. And pay attention to the signs, the nuances, the signals from the universe that this is the way that you go. And if you're thinking of making a move, Jenny, this year is not quite the year. I really feel if you can hold out to 2024, there'll be a better opportunity, a better place. So keep yourself on looking for all the notes and versions of signals that the universe has for you. We appreciate you for listening to the show, Jenny, and watching us on Facebook. Bye for now. We're going to go back to our phone lines at 866-972-7247. And I got to go to D. D is in California. California, here I come. D, how are you?
Hey Sarah, I'm here.
Well, that's
it's all
good.
good actually.
Well, here on Earth as opposed to the other side, well, I guess, it depends how you want to look at it, but being here sounds good to me. That seems like a good plan. That's the plan you signed up for. So here you are on this journey.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a really crazy journey. Some gnarly experiences. I'm just gonna In a nutshell,
Reinvent
I feel like I've
yourself,
been
Dee.
walking.
It is time for you
I'm
to
sorry?
reinvent yourself. Reinvent yourself.
To reinvent myself? Well, what is
Yes.
that? So, I mean, what does that mean exactly? I'm walking forward and I'm just like,
You haven't reached your
I'm walking forward
destiny
in my
yet.
heart, but I don't
Correct.
understand, I guess.
Correct.
So,
So Dee, listen. When you reinvent yourself, you're always evolving. And you've been on a journey of evolving over the past, 4 years, 5 years of heavy duty evolution.
it's been too long, and I'm kind of
Yes.
done. I mean, I'm not done, but I'm just. That wasn't a Freudian slip, but that's what I feel like.
I
I'm over
understand
it.
that. I understand that. But Dee, when you look at where you are and you look how far you have come, you just haven't reached the ideal moment, the ideal place, the ideal version of the story for work and the expression of yourself. There is so much that has held you back, that has been dramatic, that you're still
But I don't
disentangling
feel like it's
from.
my right. I just feel like as I walk forward, the attachments are of others, and I'm just like they just won't leave me alone. It's like I feel like
Well,
I'm being bullied in that way.
you have the power to say no. You have the power to cut the cords. But I know that they hold some power
Okay.
because perhaps you may feel in some way that you need them, right? Or that they serve a purpose.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't feel that way at all.
So
I just want them to go away.
I understand that. But you are allowing them to stay in your field. And you know that to be true. So it's
How
you
is
holding
that?
the boundary and not allowing them to cross over into your field of energy and not having them be a part of your new story. You see, it is the people that wish to put you and keep you in the box that are basically running the show, and you feel as if you're the victim of some circumstances. But I see here for you, there is a new way of life coming, and you are just keep getting closer and closer. There is new vibration of home. There is new vibration of work. There is a redefining, redesigning, reinvention of self for your spiritual journey that you can articulate and express out into the world. Those who feel that they need you to stay exactly the same are those that have their claws in you. So Dee, we need to pull the claws out, right? And we need to just move forward
Right.
and not look back. You know, they say in the Bible to turn around and look back. We appear but a pillar of salt, right? If we turn around, right, we freeze. We are reduced to nothing but
Oh,
salt. So we can't look
oh,
back to
that's
see where they
interesting.
are, okay? They are
Okay.
reattaching themselves to you. They are re-hypnotizing you into their story. Me, what about this? And you're like, no, 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 go, go, go. Just the fact that you have the conversation to say no and go, you are looking back.
You're talking having a conversation. Okay.
All right?
Okay. I mean,
Move yourself forward.
so
Yes.
so then, okay, okay. I mean, yeah. I mean, I just got to sit in stillness and figure it out, I guess. But my question is, what is God's time for me? That was basically in a nutshell. But because I can identify with a lot of people that you've been talking to and the advice and then the stories, I definitely identify with that at the current time. I don't think that's
Correct.
really my destiny. I just want
Well,
to break free from all of that.
well, if you haven't broken free, then God's time is telling you that you're not ready yet, or the destiny isn't prepared yet. You see,
Okay.
we would be where we need to be if we were truly ready for where we're meant to be. Remember when I said earlier in the beginning of the show that once you get there, it's not God's desire that it crumbles and you lose it all. It's God's desire that all the treasures from the heavens are yours and you're able to sustain and maintain that. And this is important for
Yeah.
you, that you have that true
Yeah.
connection. And it is coming. It is absolutely coming. But God's time in this journey
Okay.
here, as I look at where you are, really feel that this 2023, 2024 time have power to break you through to another level. You've learned much.
Okay.
And you've learned much
Yeah, a lot.
to assist yourself
Oh,
on the journey
sorry.
and not allow yourself to be
Yeah.
dissuaded by others who don't get it, right? You have a message, you have a vision, and when you don't appear to match what everybody else thinks is normal, they try to mold you into what their version of you should be. And you're
That is
still
true.
evolving into the you have come to be. That's why I say you are still evolving. There is still a remake of you coming. You know, it's one of the later models of you, but this will be the stronger, more improved version, right? So it
Yeah,
is a perfect time for you.
how many evolutions have I had? I swear.
But you know, Dee, I believe in some
But
way
no,
many people can say that, right? Many people can say that they have had these reinventions, these difficult times that force them to redesign their story and pull themselves out. And those of us who have more challenges than others, right? It does appear that some get off unscathed, and it seems like others seem to have to swim through a swamp full of alligators and snakes on a regular basis. And whatever that feeling is that you feel, it is also the releasing of the karmic entanglements of not just this lifetime that you've come to know and understand on some level, is past life experiences that are down deep in your soul that are causing you to take a good look at where you are and open up to feel the power of love and healing. And if you're not where you are, then there's still
right.
a piece that needs to be healed. And once we heal
No,
fully, we
yeah.
are ready. Well, we're getting
Right.
ready
Is
to
that
wave
what
off to
the
commercial now, Dee, but we thank you so much for a
Right.
very powerful conversation. Keep keeping on. You're getting there. Just have the faith. And God's time is, well, not man's time, but if we break it down, you are in the final stretch. So we know you'll be fine. Bye for now, Dee.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors. And then when we come back, we're going to answer more questions, visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. Stay with us. We'll be right back. The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't.
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAHS. That's 866-972-7247.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.
WWNN Pompano Beach, WIRK HD3 Indiantown. Programming paid for by Vic Canales Media Group. Broadcasting from the Robe Studio. Injured recently? Call the Robes Law Group, where winning is a habit. 561-570-5700. 561-570-5700. Robes, winning for you and our community. Your home for the true oldies channel.
Love the outdoors and the open road? Don't miss RV Hour, Saturday mornings at 10 a.m., hosted by Giant Recreation World second-generation owner and CEO Larry McNamara and his co-host Dwayne Adams. RV Hour, Saturday mornings, 10 a.m., right here on the True Oldies channel.
Cashback is not available on gas in New Jersey and Wisconsin.
This is Matt Crowder live at the gas station on 41st Street reporting on those skyrocketing gas prices. Excuse me, miss, are you buying less gas now because of the high prices?
Oh, I never pay full price for gas anymore. I just use the free Upside app that pays you cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait a minute, are you saying you actually get paid cash when you buy gas with the Upside app?
Yes, I get real cash back every time I buy gas.
Well, does that actually add up to anything?
I've made around $200.
Wow. Well, there you have it. Stop paying full price for gas. Download the free Upside app and get real cash back every time you buy gas. This is Matt Crowder Radio News Network. Download the free Upside app now to earn real cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SMILE for an extra 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, to PayPal, or any gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SMILE for a 25 cents a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SMILE.
With Progressive's Home Quote Explorer, you can check if you're paying too much for home insurance, because giving you options is the right thing to do.
Oh, you mean like when I let someone with less groceries go ahead in line? Sure, there's a part of me that thinks, if you only need 3 things, maybe go to a convenience store next time. And now they're sifting through coupons and my frozen foods are about to be not frozen.
But still, it's the right thing to do. So compare rates with Progressive's Home Quote Explorer. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and third-party insurers. Comparison rates not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
The roar of our engines, the pump of our heartbeats, the pedal to our metal, the sparks that ignite us, the pistons that push us, the passions that drive us. From the feelings that move us to the places that pull us on the roads that unite us. With nearly 6,000 stores and over 17,000 auto care centers, Napa has America's largest network of parts and care, here to keep you firing on all cylinders.
Blue Star Medicated Ointment gets 5-star reviews from our loyal users for fast relief of the pain and itch of almost any skin irritation.
Blue Star soothes insect bites and fungal infections.
It really works on the summer rashes I get every year.
I had psoriasis on my elbows. Blue Star worked wonders.
Amazing stuff. Smear a bit on and the itch is gone.
Look for the white box with the Blue Star in the first aid section. Feel Blue Star work fast, or your money back.
And now another community first message from Rhodes.
When an auto accident occurs, stop immediately. Do not obstruct traffic and secure your valuables. Obtain the names, phone numbers, and addresses of the other driver and any witnesses. Call 911 and report the accident. Injured recently? Contact Robes Injury Law at 561-570-5700 or robeslawgroup.com. Offices throughout Palm Beach County.
Hi, I'm Sarah Spiritual, the founder of the Expedito Enlightenment Center. I would love for you to visit me at my spiritual oasis located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard in the Tree of Life Plaza in West Palm Beach. Come, feel the energy, sample my spiritual sprays and oils, participate in one of my spiritual development classes, and have a personal reading with me, Sarah Spiritual. Let's see what Spirit has to say. You can call the Expedito Enlightenment Center at 561-682-0955. Not local? Visit me, Sarah Spiritual, at sarahspiritual.com for products, classes, and to book your personal session.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. you must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
This show is furnished by Sarah Spiritual.
The content, information, and opinions expressed during the related show are those of the show personalities and guest alone, and not those of Vic Canellis Media Group, its parent, affiliates, or stations. VCMG Live is not responsible for any content, information, or opinions expressed. User bears full responsibility for their reliance on such content, information, or opinions.
Welcome back to the next hour of Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, as we continue our uplifting and empowering spiritual discussion to transform your life. A gifted spiritual advisor, coach, and medium, Sarah Spiritual will assist you to connect to the light within and transcend beyond the limits of all experience and knowledge. We have another hour to listen and call in 866-9-SARAHs. That's 866-972-7247. And watch Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube, and you can share the love and light.
The world is changing now, and we don't know where to go. The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be, 'cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path. Yes, indeed, we don't know the path, but we will find our way. And tonight we are tuning into the divine timing. You know, we have a time in the human world, but God's got God's time. And in God's time, anything's possible in the perfected way. And we are going to continue answering your questions here on VCMG on the Oldies station at 866-972-7247. And you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. If you're just joining us, we are here every Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. And we've been here since 2009. Well, on the radio. I was just talking to my producer before we went live, and we moved over to WWNN, which became VCMG, back in the 2016 time. And so in 2017, we actually left our other station and we came over here. So it's been a fabulous 6 years here on this particular station, 14 years total talking to all of you. And we thank all of you who followed us from everywhere. We listened to our caller Derling, who was listening to us outside the States, and now he's moved to New Jersey, and he's still listening to the show. So we appreciate all the following, and we want you to join us on our Facebook page, Sarah Spiritual, on our YouTube page. Be sure to follow and like the pages. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. I have to go to Stephanie. Stephanie is in Coral Springs. Stephanie, how are you?
Hi.
Good to have you, Stephanie.
Hi, Sarah. Nice to talk to you again. It's been a while.
It's been a while. How can we assist you and help you navigate things right now?
Okay, I was wanting to know what's in my future for my, what's coming. What am I to look forward to coming of the rest of the year? Because I'm confused. I thought I figured things out, and things keep changing. So,
Well, you thought you
what do I
figured
have to
things
look
out,
forward
or you thought you figured people out?
People.
People.
You have
I
that
know
right.
that,
That is
right?
correct.
So that's what I.
Thank you.
Yeah, my guys are like, well, things are easy to manage. It's the people
Well,
that
I'm
are
trying
giving
to
her a
be
hard
nice.
time. Yes. Round
I'm
and
trying to
round they
be
go.
nice.
Where they
It's on the
stop,
radio.
nobody knows. So here's the story that I have for you. It is time for you to put down the boundaries that hold the intention of what you want, being true to yourself. When I first heard your voice, I have to tell you the song I heard. I am woman, hear me roar in numbers too big to ignore. Right? So I'm like, goodness gracious,
Right on.
we are channeling Helen Reddy just for you. But I got to tell
Right
you that
on.
this
Perfect.
is the song that I hear in my head. And, every time I tune into everyone's soul, I always have a song I could sing all day. But the journey here is really holding the vision of what you want. And when people show you who they are, believe them. And I feel that in this circle, it's not just limited to one person. It seems to be a collective group of people around you in one way or another. Words, actions, they're not measuring up. So I say this to you.
Right.
Just do you. And know that by choosing you and choosing the power that is the beauty of you, you're going to find that in the next 3 months, you attract new connections that lead you to a better place in 2024. I don't want you to find yourself feeling as if you need to overcompensate for others' shortcomings. This is not for you to do.
Right.
You're always fair. You're always good to people. Now we need to step back and see what people will do. I hear another song. What have you done for me lately? Do, 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 do.
Exactly.
Right? What have they done? Okay? So now take a step back. And when we have spoken our truth, when we have asked, when we have indicated what would feel good, be best for us, and people don't make it be that priority for us, then we know that they cannot give you what you want. Whether it's by choice or they cannot makes no difference, right?
Right. Exactly. It's a choice,
Now,
I think.
It is always a choice.
Correct.
Now, when I look at love, what's your love question?
Well, I'm too busy working and dealing with what we're talking about that I really am not out there to find that yet, because I don't want to bring anybody into this until it's better.
Well, you have to allow the people grow. You have to give them their wings to fly. You have to organize the drama that I see around you, and then you need to let it just finish playing out. But we don't need to bring the person. We don't need to bring the person in. You need to go out to meet the person. And I see love for you. I see love.
I do too, but like I said, I don't like bringing good things into something that I'm going through right now. So that's why I haven't reached out for that yet.
Okay.
It's just I like things to be ready. All right. Well, thank you.
I want you to not make excuses for why we put off what is here for us. Okay? Just remember that there are times when people are present and they're willing to be present because they want what they want now. And you waiting for the perfect time is not necessarily God's time. If God has people in your life for a reason, then we need to let them know that they have value and that they are important. while we work out things, and the right person wouldn't run from the chaos. You're trying to do God's job and direct the outcome. And I'm telling you, I see love.
Okay.
All right.
Good to hear.
All right, honey. Thank you so much.
You.
We appreciate your call from Coral Springs, Stephanie. God bless you. Keep us posted. Bye for now.
All right. Thank you. Bye.
All right, bye. 866-972-7247. Popping back on the phone lines, and we'll just pull up some questions on Facebook and YouTube in just a minute. We'll get those ready. But I've got to go to Maria, and Maria is in Deerfield. Maria, how are you tonight? Good to have you here, Maria. Maria, are you with us? There you are. Good to have you. Maria? Well, goodness gracious. Maria, are you there? Okay. Well, I guess we, Marla in Deerfield? Is that what we're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you so much. They had you listed as Maria. We apologize for that. But we have connected with you. That's all right, Marla. Good to have you here with us. What is your question?
Yeah, my question is, I've been trying to reach you like for a reading on Skype, but I guess it's gonna be a long time. But anyway, my brother just passed away about a week ago, so I was wondering, if everything's gonna be okay and all that stuff.
Yes. Well, our condolences, the loss of your brother, of course. We know that that is a difficult time. My readings are not booked through Skype. You have to go to the website and register, and then we put you on my schedule. So the sooner that happens, the sooner we get you in for a reading. If you reach out to me in Skype, that's not managed to set up readings.
No, I know I have to register, but what I'm saying, it's a long wait.
I don't know where you got that information from, but my phone sessions are about 3 weeks away. That's not a long wait in God's time. So, just saying. So,
okay. I'll have to go back and check in because I tried to come in, but it was a long wait and I didn't get to come in.
Correct. In person is August, end of August, but phone readings are about 3 weeks. So, it's most certainly whichever you do prefer. But once you register for that, so that and anyone else listening knows, once you register for your session, if we have a cancellation, someone needs to reschedule, we put you on the wait list. And I've had people be told they're not going to see me. There are people who've waited as long as 2 months, but then there are other people, they waited and they had a time that fit the time that was open. They got the call. They were able to come in and they made the appointment, thought they were going to wait like 6 weeks, 8 weeks, and then they were in within the week. So again, this is where all of us as humans, I've done it too, where we try to push things in a way that we think we know the answer. We think it's going to have to be this way. But if God wants someone to sit through connecting. So we are sorry for the loss of your brother. And there feels like there's a lot of goings on with, now that he's passed, within the family. Is that true?
Yes.
We
had like misunderstanding.
A lot of wires being crossed. I don't feel like everyone's on the same page here since he's passed. I see a lot of crossed wires. I see some disagreements starting to spur up here. And your brother's energy is not quite strong enough for me to make the connection with him directly in the fact that he has just passed. So in that way, a little delay in your connecting with me in person would give us just the right amount of time for you to perhaps hear directly from him. But I do know that he counted on you and that you were the person who stood up for him. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. I always have tried to help him out,
Yes. Yes. So what is the question here? Because the family is acting up here. So what is the question?
Well, I'm trying to make peace right now. with everybody because he's already gone. So that's what my process is right now. So.
Well, you can work to make peace, but peace will not be made easily. Remember, I started out saying to you, the wires are crossed. There's quite the knot in the connection and the communication. And, some people felt a particular kind of way. They have their own issues with your ability to connect with your brother and be with your brother and look out for him. Not everybody cared as much as you did, you see. So now we have their guilty consciences acting up. So because they can't take a look in the mirror, they're going to point a finger out at you. And that most certainly is not how we really want you to have to live, right? So we don't want you to feel that way. But I do know that in time we will resolve with those that wish to resolve. I do feel that there is one person that is not going to bend, and we're not going to mend a fence there. There's been a lot of disruption in the family, even before your brother passed. And one of my guides is talking to me about some kind of property connected to the family. Is there a property that belongs to family? Is that where in Trinidad? Where
well, my mom, she lives in her country. And she lives there, but I think my nephew lives with her downstairs. And we have misunderstanding regarding the property.
Yes. So my guides are making me aware of that. This is something that's going to take time to resolve, right? And what country is this property, please?
Yeah, it's in Guyana.
Guyana. Okay, great. See, there's a sense of entitlement
we've been having a lot of misunderstanding.
Yeah.
Because regarding that.
Well, I will tell you that there's a sense of entitlement there. It's almost like people think they're entitled to that house. So it's very, your mom has to really make sure she has everything written out exactly the way she wants it to be. All right?
Right. Yeah. My health is not too well also. I have the same condition as my brother. So I'm a little scared what's going to happen to me. So I hope I'll be okay.
Marla, I do understand that concern here, but when I look at your energy, I feel that you are strong and your brother's story is not your story, so don't invite that into your energy, all right? Don't invite that in.
Okay.
You are strong. All right, Marla. So I would love to see you at the center. Call the center tomorrow. Whatever date they give you, ask to be put on the wait list. And I just know that we will meet at the perfect time. I'm sure your brother will have a hand in orchestrating that so that he can give you that message that will mean so much for you at the time that you and I sit together for your private session. All right, my darling, we are sorry for the loss.
All right.
We know that you will heal.
If I can, I'm going to try and see if I can do you and get on the phone
okay.
reading, which might be a little faster for me.
It will be faster, so just go to sarahspiritual.com, click video or Skype, which represents video, and then we will take it from there. All right, my dear. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Bye
All
for
right.
now.
Thank you.
Right, you're
Have
welcome.
a good night. God
you
bless.
too. Bye for now. 866-972-7247. We're going to take a minute to hear from our sponsors, and then we've got to go all across the states here. So when we come back, of course, we'll visit our friends on Facebook and YouTube. And then when I come back, I've got to go to Ohio. So stay with us, everyone. We'll be right back.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me? Have you heard me? Have you seen?
Stay tuned for more Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, coming up right after the break. Continue the conversation with Sarah Spiritual on Facebook and YouTube. The phone lines are open too. 866-9-SARAS. That's 866-972-7247.
Come visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center for an extensive array of spiritual products, crystals, books, classes, readings, and healing services in a beautiful spiritual oasis. You must visit the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Come feel the energy and explore our unique products. Arrange for your own personal spiritual reading with Sarah Spiritual for spiritual insight. The Expedito Enlightenment Center is located at 4047 Okeechobee Boulevard, Suite 129 in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955. Visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com. That's EXPEDITO enlightenmentcenter.com for yourself. Or for a thoughtful gift, there's no better place to visit than the Expedito Enlightenment Center in West Palm Beach. Call 561-682-0955 or visit online at expeditoenlightenmentcenter.com.
Sarah Spiritual is a gifted spiritual advisor and medium. She can connect you with your loved ones, your spirit guides, and ascended beings. Sarah specializes in love, relationships, money, career, health, and healing. She has an uncanny ability to convey the true thoughts and emotions of those around you. Just call 561-682-0956 for your personal reading. Life is a spiritual journey, and each situation has a spiritual solution. Just contact Sarah for a personal reading today. 561-682-0956. 561-682-0956. Or visit sarahspiritual.com. Or that number one more time, 561-682-0956. Let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit raise you up.
You are listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah, your spiritual advisor and medium. Connect with Sarah Spiritual and be in the energy of light. Call right now, Sarah Spiritual, at 866-9-SARAS. That's toll free, 866-972-7247. Just ask your questions or message Sarah Spiritual live on Facebook and YouTube.
Standing in the room before I walk through the door. Do you know me?
Yes, indeed. Do you know me? I am Sarah Spiritual, and you're listening to Spiritually Speaking with Sarah here live on VCMG on the Oldie Station. And we welcome your phone calls at 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to our phone lines. Before I went to break, I was saying we have to go to Ohio. I've got Ronald in Ohio. Ronald, how are you tonight?
Hello.
Hey, Ronald. Good to connect with you.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad being able to talk to you too.
Thank you. We greatly appreciate
I got a
that.
couple.
Yes.
I got two questions for you. I'd like to see if I can get a hold of my son that passed a few years back and see how he's doing and everything.
So your son passed unexpectedly a few years ago. Is that what the story is, please?
Yeah.
That's what he makes me feel like. He makes me feel like he passed too soon and unexpectedly. I also am connecting to something that is an object here. So I'm going to see what that is about for you here. But my guides make me feel that your son gave me this energy that he had a feeling that he was going to pass before he passed, even though it was unexpected. And There's a connection to you that is very strong, as if you still are communicating with him and talking to him as if he's still here. Does that make sense? You find yourself talking to him and expressing that, please, because he makes me feel like you're always connecting to him and that you haven't forgotten him. And there's journey here. He shows me a hat. Do you have a hat of his, a cap, please?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was like his favorite cap, a cap he had, please. This is what he's showing me. Okay. Now, is there a motorcycle connected to you, please? Did you have a motorcycle? Your son had a motorcycle? Someone on the other side is showing me a motorcycle. It is a random. Remember, I said they were projecting a thing to me. What does the motorcycle have to do with your family, please?
It wasn't motorcycles. It was tractors. We pull little tractors together.
Little tractors. Okay.
Yeah, little tractor, garden tractors, tractor pulls, garden tractors.
Okay. I'm not familiar with those, so thank you. And so this is similar to something that would be like a little off-road vehicle or something. I know it's not a car, right? So, it's,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
So
And
go ahead, please.
we go to fairs and like that to pull.
Okay.
We go to different fairs and got our own track at one of our home towns, and we pull for I think 27 years or something like that together.
Beautiful, beautiful. Your son makes me aware that there's a birthday or anniversary coming up connected to you guys in the family. Does this make sense to you, please? Whose birthday's coming up?
Mine's in September.
Okay. There we go. And I'm also being made aware of, Zach, who's with you in the room, please? Because who's the female connected to you right now that's in the room?
Jenny.
Okay. And there's a bond between all of you. Is that true? Jenny's connected to you as well? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Your son is doing his best to look out for you as well, the way you looked out for him. Ronald, we're having a little problems with our walking, our hips, our movement, please. We're having a little discomfort here, please.
Yeah, I gotta get a knee replacement.
Okay. Your son's making me aware that we have some difficulty in movement. You have to watch your footing, pay attention. You're not as young as you used to be. He's making a joke, which makes me feel like he was always kind of cracking jokes, trying to be funny.
Yes.
Okay. Very, very entertaining young man. So know that your son is with you. I hope I've given you evidence and you understand that he is with you through what we have shared with you, please.
What was that, Sarah?
I trust we've given you the evidence that you asked for, that he is with you, so that you know that he's with you. There was another question you said. What is that question?
Yeah. Okay, I'm still working at my age here. And I was wondering how soon I'll be able to just retire and start enjoying life.
When I look at where you are now in this journey, this year is a year of finances and money. And so it is a year of a career move, but not just this year in 2023. I feel the end of 2024, by your next birthday, you should be hanging up your proverbial hat and calling it a day. It's really time. You've really pushed yourself as far as you can go with this. I know that you're working because you want to make sure everything's all right, but you will be able to enjoy life, and next year is the year to do that. But you do want to take care of your knee because, again, this is important that we make sure we maintain and sustain the steadiness and mobility that you would require to enjoy your life, please.
Okay. All right. Thank you, sir. I really appreciate that. And
Thank you.
We'll talk to you sometime later.
All right. Thank you so much. God bless you, and know that you are most certainly loved on the other side. Bye for now. Bye. 866-972-7247. And we're going to go back to the phone lines, and we have to go to Markeisha. And Markeisha is in Nevada. Markeisha, how are you tonight?
Hi, Sarah.
Good to have you connected, my darling. How's everything?
It's going okay.
Well, get ready. Fasten your seats, because this is the year that I feel that as your birthday approaches, you prepare yourself to get ready for the changes that you've been wanting to make for a very long time. You've been feeling a little stuck and stagnant for these past 2 years, yes?
Oh, yeah.
And I see some happenings coming around career and money. We are looking for a new role at work, please.
I'm looking for work, period. I have nothing.
Okay.
I was hoping you'd give me some insight.
Yes, I see work. I see money. I see it. I see this new role, new position coming for you. Different than what you were
I
doing.
have nowhere to start, nowhere to look. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been so long, with having babies and COVID and just staying home, being a stay-at-home mom and trying to juggle everything. I don't know what to do next.
Well, look at what you enjoy doing. I really see that you're very good with people, very good at keeping things organized. You like things that are in the service industry. You like people to feel special, important. I feel that you would do really well with something that's your own business, but you're not ready to take that leap of faith yet. So I do see a new role, new work for you, and I see this role as something that's contributory to people, something that's in a service industry.
Nice.
So look in something that's service industry, and I don't mean the restaurant business, but I mean something that
Thank
helps
goodness.
people look and feel good, right? Maybe we are connected to something in health and wellness. Maybe we are going to connect for a role in someone helping people in the spa industry. Maybe you're going to connect with somebody that executes programs and projects, maybe for the elderly, where you're in charge of that, but you're getting paid, but you're also helping them as well. Something that really fills your heart. If your heart's full, you'll most certainly be able to do quite a bit for yourself and for others.
Yeah, I like that. I like the way that sounds.
Make a list of all the things that you love to do, and make a list of the things that you've done before successfully before babies. And as you look at that story, begin to look at types of jobs that fit those descriptions of the things that you enjoy, and make that look into LinkedIn and see what the jobs are, and post a LinkedIn page and see what recruiters contact you. Begin the journey, right? I feel that work is going to come for you after your birthday, but not right away, so you have time to create this.
Okay.
So when I move you into the end of this year into next year, that's really when I feel like you land on your feet for work. You've got a little bit of time. And of course, you can always consult a career coach as well. Actually, our resident astrologer, Stacy Holler, that sounded like it rhymed to me. Our resident astrologer, Stacy
I was about to
Holler.
say the same thing. That rhymes too well.
She is a career coach. She's been featured on a lot of news media stations for her opinions on different things in the work arena and fairness. And so she most certainly could be of some assistance to you. You can find out a way to contact her at destinyinthestars.com. That might suit you well. Maybe have your chart done so that you see the type of work that is best for you based on your stars. And then she can help coach you as to how to position your resume of things that you have accomplished so that you can create new identity for yourself in the work environment. It is a time for you to really get ready to shine and expand. So I want you open to that.
Okay. And speaking of heart, do you see anything in my heartstrings for my, my family or my love life going in a good direction?
What's the partner's birthday?
652-1980.
They too are going through change, yes? Difficult changes,
Yes.
yes? These are designed to help them grow, and they don't handle stress
I
as
think
well as
so.
you do, so I guess you're going to be
No.
holding them up for right now. But things will calm down and turn around in the months to come. Look for 2024 to have a better union between the two of you.
Okay.
Communication is going to be key. They're not really communicating in the best way that they can.
No, and I feel like I'm exhausted at this point.
So let them handle themselves. They're a big boy. They can do it.
Yeah, I'm on the verge.
No,
I'm
let
reaching my
you
limits
can
here.
only do so much. Let everyone figure it out. Everyone has their time. And once they have their time,
Yeah.
they'll understand why they had to go through their difficulties. We cannot fix and solve everyone's problems. All right, my darling,
That's what I'm learning
pleasure.
right now. Like I can't fix it all.
You can't fix it all. No, and especially if you got little ones at home. But pleasure connecting with you. Really
Yeah.
appreciate your calling into the show. Glad that all is well, and I see change. So now it's up to you to decide what you want your life to look like. And from there, you move yourself
Amen.
forward. Thank you so much, honey. God bless you.
I love talking with
All
you.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye for
Mm.
now. Bye. 866-972-7247. We're going to pull a question from Facebook or YouTube. Let's see what's going on our page. See who else has a question for us there before we go back to our phone lines. Let's see. We've got here Stephanie Pappas. She says, hey, my daughter's father wants to see our baby, and she's got a protective order against him and had someone reach out to ask, even though he wasn't supposed to, what does the Spirit say I should do? Well, here we go, pure and simple. You have a protective order. This is not something that should be entertained. He is not someone who is entitled to visitation at this time. That's something that if he wants visitation, he's going to have orchestrate through the courts. That's going to be on him. Stephanie Pappas, it is not your job to make it easy for him. Do not bend to the whispers of the snake, because he'll just wrap himself around and choke the life out of you again, and you'll find yourself right back where you were. We don't mean that literally, but figuratively, it most certainly was an emotional roller coaster, and you have to hold your healthy boundaries and keep your distance. Spirit is very firm on this, and you tell the person that you don't need any messages from any messengers, and that he's going to have to figure it all out for himself. And you have your protective order. You don't want to hear from him or anyone regarding anything about him. So that's a healthy boundary, Stephanie Pappas. We hope you follow the guidance of Spirit, and of course connect with your legal team to make sure that you follow the letter of the law. Again, I am not a lawyer, can't give you any legal advice, but from Spirit's perspective, you hold your ground and you keep your distance. Bye for now. We're going to pull another question from Facebook and YouTube. Let's see who we have here. We have Alexa in South Carolina. So Alexa, she's been going through it. And the story here with Alexa, based on what I'm seeing here on Facebook, which is a very long story, but she's very stressed, is that there's an assessment that she's being forced to pay, and she's hoping that her insurance is going to cover it, because I guess there's some way that insurance can cover it, but she has a deadline, and she needs to make sure that everything's going to work out. She's very stressed, and she's wondering if this is going to come to pass. And so she's asking if the insurance is going to cover. I do feel that you do have a claim. I don't know that this insurance company is going to come through as quickly as you would like them to, because, well, I'm not feeling like they really want to pay, but feel like your claim is in a little bit of the gray area. So you're going to really need to have an adjuster really prove your case for you so that you can get this money in the perfect time. So depending on who is working with you on your behalf to connect with the insurance company, your middleman, whether it's an adjuster, a lawyer, whomever you have, please make sure that they reach out and they begin to push a little bit more so that we can have resolution. If we leave it up to them, it's going to drag, and I know that's causing stress. So Alexa, yes, you can find your way out of this. We just need to not push, but we need to put the right attention and intention on the aspects of the legalities of it all to kind of force their hand so that they do it in the proper time so that it benefits you, and you ask for God to deliver you from this very difficult situation. Thanks so much, Alexa, for your Facebook question. We're going to go back to the phone lines, and we're going to go to Detroit. Charade, I think I'm seeing, or Sherrod. Well, let's see who we have in Detroit. Who is that for us, please, in Detroit? Hello, we have a caller in Detroit.
Yes. Hello.
Hi. What's your first name, please?
Sade.
Sade. Okay, Sade, thank you so much for your call. Greatly appreciate it. What is your question for us tonight?
My birthday is this coming Saturday, and I was wondering how it may go.
Well, my dear, you have been in this place of putting a lot of people before you. And I feel like you've had some difficulties, and this year itself has been difficult, yes? Sade, it's been a difficult year for you? Okay. And when I look at this, I feel as if you have to make sure you are doing what you want to do for your birthday. And so when you ask is it going to go, I'm not sure the question that you're asking, but I am going to, before I ask you to rephrase the question, I am going to say this to you. Spirit says don't give the power to anyone else to determine whether your day that you came onto this planet and your soul chose to incarnate, don't give them the power to make or break the first day of the rest of your year. It is your new year. Do not put yourself in a situation where someone else determines how wonderful a time you have celebrating you, because the emphasis is on the celebration of you. So I'll ask you to rephrase the question when you say, how's it going to go? What exactly are you asking?
Will I enjoy myself?
Are you going somewhere that you want, honey?
I'm thinking about it.
Okay. Do what makes you happy on this day, and yes, you will enjoy yourself. What you're asking me is really a free will question. What I said to you from Spirit is you have the power to determine whether you have a good time on your birthday by choosing who you surround yourself with and what actions you do on your birthday.
Okay.
That's your choice. So if the plans are not leaning towards something that you say, heck yes, this is what I want to do, then you need to carve yourself out another story and put yourself first. It is your turn, your time. And it's a powerful time for you. And this is a year of big change. So I want you to take a look at this 2023 into 2024 as a time that you make the moves to bring the change that brings the lifestyle that you want, the people in the circle that you want, the finances that you want. It is a complete you. It's like a you circle. It's all about you. It's like this circle of energy. They're giving me a U-Haul truck. That's why I'm like, you what? It's really hard to play charades with Spirit. But there may even be a possibility of a move because they're showing me a U-Haul. Are you considering moving next year?
Yes.
Okay. So I see a change. I see a move. I see a U-Haul. You're coming out, honey. It is your time. And it's an important birthday for you. And I also feel like we will reevaluate our work life as well and our work-life balance, because that doesn't really feel like it's bringing you joy either. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. Changing everything, honey. Everything's changing. So you live the life that you want to live. You choose to do what you desire to do on your special day. Open yourself up in the celebration of you and all that's positive that you bring to the world and all that you would like to be. And if you want to dream big on your birthday, I encourage you to do it because the vibration is very powerful on that day for you. And I tell you this, if you want to have your own business and call the shots, This is something that I do see for you in your future. I see this entrepreneurial job for you, this work, this plan for you. And I feel that you take yourself out of this regular workforce life and you design something for yourself. This doesn't happen next year, but if you dream big this year and the visioning of feeling the feeling of being able to create what you want, from that feeling of the feeling, you will then create a new life for yourself over the next 3 years. So I think it's going to be a good birthday.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, Sade. Thank you so much. And is this your first time calling the show, or have we spoken before?
We've spoken before.
All right. Well, thank you so much for remembering us and remembering the show. We greatly appreciate it. All right, honey. God bless you. Bye for now.
God bless you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye. 866-972-7247. And from Detroit, we got to go to Connecticut. We've got Amanda on the line. Amanda, how are you?
Hi, Sarah. Hanging in there, could be a little bit better the last few days and tonight.
What's the question
talk about
for
God's
us?
timing. I didn't have a good ultrasound. It was supposed to be the last ultrasound Saturday, and as of Saturday, doctors have confirmed me as high-risk pregnancy, and she's not the weight she's supposed to be measuring at, and now I'm on weekly checkups, and they could be inducing me a bit earlier at 37 weeks, and they started me on the steroid shots to get her lungs stronger, and I have a follow-up tomorrow in the second dose. I just want to know how, what the way the pregnancy is going to go, what you see, and I'm sure my grandfather and grandparents are, keeping us safe as best as they can. It was the last thing I needed to hear.
Well, it is not unusual what you're going through. And if they need to induce you at 37 weeks, I'm not a doctor, but I feel all will be well, and they can most certainly assist the baby with her lungs. And I want you to just focus on having a healthy baby. When I look at her and I look at where she is, I feel as if when I look at the energy, the heartbeat is strong. This is true, yes?
Oh, yes. Yes, super active.
Yes. So the heartbeat is strong. And so now what we have to do is we need to just let her finish growing a little bit. And, not all flowers bloom at the same time. But to err on the safety and caution, they're thinking, well, we can make sure that we can help her better from the outside than from the inside. And this is what they're doing. So what was the actual delivery date or the due date that they gave you?
It's supposed to crash a Labor Day picnic. She's expecting to come Labor Day. It has been my due date all along.
9/4?
Right.
Okay.
Right. Grandpa's favorite patriotic holiday amongst some his birthday. How
Well,
much
she
more
doesn't have to.
character?
She doesn't have to do that because she can come whenever she wants, right, or whenever we deem. And depending on when you back it up, you may end up with someone born as a Leo instead of a Virgo, and that's not such a bad thing, honey. Okay.
Okay.
So we are in. Yeah, I actually feel like she will probably be here before August 20th. She will probably be here. I do feel like they're going to induce you to err on the side of caution.
Okay. I'm scared whatever which way this turns out, as you can imagine, and as if I haven't had a rough, last year, as you know. The doctor's really down to earth and actually.
But we have to focus on the outcome. We don't focus on the past. We can't change the past, Amanda, because the past is already written. But what you do and think and say now is writing your future. So where do you want your attention? On the past and the drama and everything that made you not feel good enough or worthy or caused angst and distractions and disappointment and betrayal? We want to focus on that? Then let's write a novel. But the way I see it here, where you are now, you're in this power that you can claim your own personal power. You can claim the power of the divine. You can infuse the energy of the divine and cast upon you the healing of that energy so that we have a healthy baby and that she is able to come at the perfect time, which may be God's time, which might be Leo time, which again isn't a bad thing. So I want you to
Okay.
trust the experience, honey.
Okay. And Grandpa and everyone's around us. So.
Your grandfather's very much with you, holding the space of love.
Okay.
And there's a
Thank you, Sarah.
story, you're welcome, but he's telling me there's a story with the jacket, and forgive me for not remembering what he's referring to, but did we not find the
The
jacket?
missing jacket.
The missing jacket.
It's
Okay.
still, right, it's still missing.
Okay. So he's talking to me about the jacket. So I really feel that this jacket was taken by someone. And I just feel that the jacket went missing, having to do with a location, somewhere where it was service, cleaned, something. So that's what I
I know
see.
they said he picked it up. He picked it up, but where it went, I don't know. And we searched this everywhere since you mentioned it to me. And we just can't find this jacket.
Yeah.
Even after his wife passed away. Do you have any messages from Lisa? I'm still kind of wishing I had a little bit of closure what might have happened, if it was just God planning that the way she passed away unexpectedly.
It was the time, and her body had been through so much, and without your grandfather,
Right.
she didn't really have a life for herself. Their souls were so connected that it was her time to exit as well, and so she held on as long as she could. Which happens often.
Thank you for that.
It happens. All right. Well, keep us posted, Amanda, on the birth of your beautiful baby, and we're going to send the healing angel, Raphael, and all his angels with him so that that energy of healing can be surrounding you and keeping everything in perfect order for a beautiful delivery. All right. Thank you so much for your call. Bye for now.
Thank you. I go into labor on a Wednesday. Can I call you and let you know, Sarah?
You most certainly can call in, honey, of course. All right. God bless you.
Okay.
Bye for now.
Thank you, Sarah.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
866-972-7247. Write the number down. We would love to hear from you next Wednesday night from 6:30 to 9 p.m. as we're here every Wednesday answering your questions. And as you can see, if you've been listening, we answer questions on all different topics all across the world. And we greatly appreciate everyone who's been listening, whether you've listened for just a few shows or you've been listening for 14 years. Each one of you create the show because it is all about you, your thoughts, your emotions, your journey, and how we are guided from the universe, heart to heart, soul to soul. Thank you so much for sharing time and space with us. Good night. And I am Sarah Spiritual.
Where to go? The world is different now, and people have lost their way. It's just not easy to be who we want to be. 'Cause the world is changing now. We can't walk the way we did. We don't know the path.
This has been Spiritually Speaking with Sarah. You can hear and speak with Sarah Spiritual every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. Each week, Sarah Spiritual and Spirit answer your most important questions as you navigate through life. Listen and call in next week and let Sarah Spiritual and Spirit guide you. If you didn't have a chance to speak with Sarah Spiritual tonight, visit Sarah at sarahspiritual.com. You can message Sarah Spiritual at Facebook and follow her on Instagram. Tune in every Wednesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. with more from Spiritually Speaking with Sarah.
The opinions expressed on the preceding sponsored program were strictly those of its host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors.